great honor to meet you and to be here with you to talk about, I think anything, I love that concept of you unplugged, of just opening ourselves and this great group here to any conversation wherever it might take us. But I have to tell you, one thing I was struck by that I would just like to get a quick reaction from you on. When I saw the film and I noticed that the focus of Isha Foundation, conservation, education, and health. And I find it so interesting that conservation, nature, and health are on either side of education. Because I think that the biggest problem we have today is with a lack of education on these key issues, which if we understood them, we would realize that we're not trying to save the planet, we're trying to save our lives on this planet. As you know, more than 98% of all the plant and animal life ever to exist on Earth appeared and disappeared before the advent of industrial humans. So the Earth doesn't care if we're here, but we do. And so it's fantastic to meet people who are inspiring, especially a younger generation, to, let's be honest, clean up the mess that our generation created. So with that, let me ask you to maybe just say a few words about the foundation, about how you chose those three core values to work on, because they are absolutely what binds us all together.
Namaskar to everyone. Well, right now, just about anywhere you go in the world, there was a time when they had nothing to do, they would discuss weather. These days, from your grandmothers to your grandchildren, they're only talking about the economy. Wherever you go, everybody's talking about the economy. Nobody discusses the weather anymore. Weather had something to do with ecology. Economy has become the main theme in everybody's conversations, in everybody's life. So when we say economy, we're generally talking about a more complicated version of our survival process, a complex arrangement of survival, or messing up our survival process with too many complexities. Simple survival, just to eat, sleep, reproduce and die one day, this is survival. This has been super complicated and there are all kinds of experts on this now. I'm not against it, but this idea that economy is today's concern, ecology is tomorrow's problem, this has to change. Ecology is today's problem. Ecology is today's concern. Our life can be wonderful or is wonderful, not because of the fluctuations of the stock market or the percentage of growth points that are happening in a particular society or a nation. Our life is wonderful because we are eating nutritious food, drinking clean water, breathing pure air. This is why our life is wonderful. This is completely forgotten. People think life is wonderful because the stock market is soaring. So, my intention was to bring this into people's lives, not as a calamity, not as a doomsday sayer, but to bring this into people's life as ecology being today's concern. What we eat, what we breathe, what we drink, what kind of soil we walk upon is our moment-to-moment daily concern. It is not something that we look forward to, one disaster is going to happen, how are we going to fix this disaster? That's not it. We are the disaster, we don't need any other disaster. Yes, there is no other disaster. People keep talking about natural disasters, I keep reminding and I've become hugely unpopular for this reason. When certain calamities happened, human calamities happened, a flood happened, a volcano happened somewhere, a tsunami happened, I said, see, this is not don't stop describing it as a natural disaster. It's not a natural disaster. This is a natural process. Mother Earth has to make her adjustments, some plates move, it's called a earthquake. She vents her, she freaks once in a way, that's called a volcano. So whatever she does, we are too many, we are everywhere and we are a human calamity. 1,000 years ago, the same thing happened. They were just natural processes. Today, it's a natural disaster. It is not a natural disaster. There are no disasters in nature. We are the only disaster on this planet. If you fix that one thing, everything is going to be okay.